Well, fellas, let's get. Oh, wait a minute. Let me close this door. Yeah. Now, a lot of you guys actually believe what the title is. A lot of you guys say it. I hear it out your mouth, so you can't deny it. You just say something like, yeah, I'm going to fake it till I make it. That sounds positive, but it's not. It's really a mental teardown of your efforts. I know you haven't been hearing from me as much as I would like you to hear from me. But that's because of how much time it takes to be on top of SWU. What I've done is given myself hella more work than running a scheduled school. See, this is unscheduled. It's on. You do it on your own whenever you want to do it, and whenever you do it and turn in your assignments, I need to grade them. So, well, I shouldn't say it's more work. It's just more time consuming, which means I have to check my commitment. You know, because the reason I had Sidewalk University the way I had it was I could schedule it like I wanted to schedule it. It was much easier doing it because you got everybody on the conference call and all of their questions are coming to you. You can handle that all in maybe an hour and a half of conference call, and you done for the day. And then I was doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So Tuesday and Thursday I didn't really have to do shit. That's why I made so many fucking videos. But I'm committed, and I'm staying home. I'm doing the grading of the papers. I'm giving all the information as far as suggestions and things to help. I'm committed. I was spoiled doing it the way I had been doing it. But like I say, I grade hella papers and I have hella one-on-one conference calls. And it seems as if it's going to remain that way for a while. I ain't mad. I still need to do shit for my new site. I'm getting used to Instagram. Actually, on Instagram, I saw where some motherfucker was claiming this Abba, and they got caught up in some kind of illegal activity involving minors. Now, the photos weren't up, but this cat was saying there was photos and videos and all kinds of incriminating shit on it. Now, the person who made the post was wondering if this dude should take a deal or not. Now, the reason, man, I'm asking him, what the fuck you asking me that shit for? He told me because, man, you the OG, man, and you know, and I think the nigga should take a deal if they got all that on him. So what I'm saying is, to this dude who made the post, he was expressing concern for the brother possibly getting crossed. Now, in my opinion, and I told him, this is the kind of concern we don't need. There's no way a genuine participant of this Abba Dabba would give a damn what the happens to this fool. He and all who are concerned with what happens to this fool are what gives this game a black eye. There is a such thing as getting crossed or getting caught up or getting caught in the cross or whatever. Let's say you give a friend a ride and he has this broad with him. She made up and looking good and shit. And when you ask him where they going, he say they going to the mall. Man, get in. You ain't got no business walking, man. So he get in, the bitch get in. And I said, man, she was kind of young. Is she legal? Yeah, bud, I ain't gonna be putting you in no shit like that. But he lied. Because I got pulled over. And the female cop, there was two cops. The female cop was fucking with me. And the other cop was talking to the girl in the back. Now the nigga told me she was legal and we wasn't doing shit. And then the bitch pulled out, the dude pulled out the gun and said, both of you get out the car. Now I thought he was talking to the dude in the broad. But he was talking to me and him. Me and the other dude. So we get out and, what's the problem, blah, blah, blah. And they running checks all on the nigga and shit. And next thing I know, he want to take a nigga to jail. Now, what the fuck did I do? He say, man, I don't know where you been, but it's illegal to ride with minors. And, especially when you're, suspected of doing illegal activity. Man, what is illegal about going to the mall? And he said, you're driving the Cadillac, you look like you look like you're out there. Man, and I started explaining shit. And he said, it don't matter, man. But then, I don't know what came up, but the woman, police, they both walked back and started talking. I'm wondering what the fuck they talking about. And when she came back, she told me, she said, I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to take her and him. And, man, what did they do? They just ride with me. She admitted that she was with him and she's underage. And she's on a kidnap list, not a kidnap list, missing persons. Man, I didn't know. I know you didn't know none of that. That's why I'm letting you go. Now, see, that's an honest mistake. I made that the mistake was me trusting some fool just because I know him. That's why I tell you, I don't offer people shit. I don't try to offer money. People that regular people, poor people maybe, homeless. But I'm saying I don't offer money. I don't do shit. Because I stay in my lane because I don't want to get crossed. And if that bitch wanted to, she could have towed my car. She could have took me in and made me have to pay a bill or whatever the fuck, man. All from me trying to help out a friend. See, but unless that's the case, something like that, fuck any nigga, anywhere, doing anything that involves minors. Whatever happened, they deserve it. Real niggas do not, and I repeat, real niggas do not do the shit that this nigga is accused of doing. And especially document the shit on some videos and pictures and all that little crazy shit. What I'm saying is, he must have wanted what the fuck he was faced with. No, I'm just saying. I give a long example of what I'm talking about. And I hope you understand the point I'm making. Ain't nobody calling in. Hey, look, you should call in 702-605-4721. Because I want to hear what you got to say about this shit. You guys don't study anything. You guys just hear about it or read about it, and then you want to do it. See, you young motherfuckers today are really tripping. You need to Good call. Caller, what's up?
Yeah, we good, bro. Just AI again.
AI, what's happening?
Not much. Yeah, I think that nigga wanted that shit to come to him. Especially with all the fucking videos that he was making, like just plain and simply, just like playing with fire.
Well, check this out. The dude that did the shit, he didn't make the video, but he did make videos of what he was doing himself. The dude that I'm talking about, he wanted to ask me, should I be concerned or do I think he should make a deal? The guy that did it. Now, I keep saying he, and maybe you got confused because this dude didn't make no videos and put it up on Instagram or nothing like that. This motherfucker hit me. Now, what I'm saying is when I went into my doggone explanation of how you can get caught in the cross, because what I'm saying is I could have had some big problems behind this nigga lying to me. That's what I'm saying. And my point, I hadn't made it yet. But if you understand what I'm saying, we cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You got anything else?
Nah, I mean, like, also, with I was playing pool with one of my guys yesterday. And I remember in one of your videos, you always stated, man, you might get some game from a homeless nigga. You just got to be ready to receive.
You right.
So, we kicking in the shit playing pool. And we playing pool and shit. And he said, man, I'm tired of playing. I said, why? He said, man, if I can't have fun playing, I don't want to play, nigga. And, I just looked at that and said, like, shit, like, even with a bitch, anything, like, nigga, if you ain't having fun, what the fuck you playing for? To be honest.
Hey, but see, you got to understand some shit. Pool is a art. It's not for fun. You can have fun playing pool because you know what you're doing and what you're doing is working, and every time you shoot it make you feel good and shit. You can have that kind of fun. But as far as playing pool, even if we ain't gambling, I'm very serious. I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
And I can't see no fun now. I might miss a shot and crack up. Oh, man, I missed that bullshit. I mean, I could have that kind of fun, but fun, that's not what pool is about. Some things are not for fun, and that's part of my point. Motherfuckers, today, everything has to be for fun. They don't take nothing serious. They don't give a goddamn that they paid me $900 for my course and they don't even fucking use it. It's just, I don't know what it is, but we gonna talk about it. And I'm glad you called, bro. Stay down. I got a lot to talk about right now, and it's sort of about what we talking about now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, be cool.
Yep.
Now, I hope I didn't cut him off. Sound like he was finna say something. If I did cut you off, bro, call back. You guys need to understand the law or the laws did not start in 2000. They didn't start giving motherfuckers these huge sentences for whatever they done did. We used to call it the bitch. You got the bitch. Otherwise, the bitch is life. You could get life. I'm talking about as way back as in the 30s. You could get in 1930s. You could get life if you was a nigga and you was caught in the wrong state with more than one white bitch in your presence. Crossing state lines with holes in your car would get you life. You get a case, this broad turn you in, and the next thing you know in court, another broad is testifying. That one broad would have got you 30 years, but two broads was getting you life. So what I'm saying is, we all still went out there. Some of them niggas fucked with young bitches too. I didn't, but I'm saying some niggas fucked with them. Because we was pimps, we chose our life. And we can't pick what part of our life we want to affect us. That lifestyle, whatever involved in it, all of it's gonna affect you. You gotta be sharp enough to deal around that bullshit. And see, what I'm talking about, when I say you guys think scary, you start thinking that kind of bullshit. Oh man, the nigga could get life fucking with blah, 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 blah. What I'm saying is, you thinking that make you scared enough. If you fucking with bitches, that shit make you scared enough to accept any motherfucking thing that bitch say when she come in and you checking your trap. Oh, they was crazy out there tonight. I couldn't hardly get I barely broke luck. Oh, bitch, it's good. Whatever y'all say. What I'm saying is, stay away from whatever is illegal if you can't stand it. Niggas go to the pen for anything slick. I was out there and motherfuckers find out about the consequences when they thought of getting down. I didn't go to the pen, and I sure thought about it. I was scared of that shit. So I was very cautious and careful. So what I'm saying is, I didn't go, so you know it's possible that you ain't got to go. But if you can be frightened with the prospect of going, you need a 9 to 5, and you shouldn't be shamed. I ain't the only nigga that didn't go to the pen. Since you motherfuckers, like statistics and shit, as far as the pimping go, only 1% of the motherfuckers that's arrested for pimping was pimping. Everybody else claimed to be a pimp in some sort of way. But let me see your paper, man. What you in for? Robbery. What you in for? Burglary. What theft? You in for everything but pimping. I did do 6 months. But when they asked me for my papers, I was talking that goddamn shit about me pimping. And niggas were talking, nigga, you ain't no pimp. You the same kind of pimp these niggas in there. Nigga, I ain't trying to prove a motherfucking thing to you. Man, let me see your papers. I ain't let a nigga see my papers at first. But then I realized they really thought I was lying. So I just thought they was, being assholes. So I say, look here, man, a pimping motherfucker, if he in jail, he go for pimping. He don't go for dope. He don't go for drunk driving. He don't go for none of that bullshit. I ain't saying it don't happen to him, but he gets sharp. If it's a DUI, you ain't going to the pen for it unless you get 4 or 5 of them. So what I'm saying is, knowing that only 1% go to the pen, that should represent how safe it is to be a pimp correctly. But the average motherfucker that go to jail for whatever they did, but they didn't go for pimping. All those suckers found out what we already knew, real pimps. This shit ain't legal, and you better rethink your plan if you want to send bitches and can't stand the consequences. Now, we would not give a fuck about how easy some nigga had it because he was, avoiding the streets or whatever the fuck. Them hoes would come trying to say some shit. We tell them bitches, take your punk ass over there and choose that nigga, bitch. Because I'm about this abba dabba cute. You understand? See, that was how we all handled that shit. Knowing full well, if the bitch go out there and get cracked, she could tell on the nigga. That's why you gotta have game and tighten that bitch up before you send her. And as she come in every night, lace her. The bitch ain't no tell on you. The bitch tells on suckers. They tell on motherfuckers that actually motherfucking was faking. And when the bitch got a problem, they wasn't there for the bitch. Now, there's no telling what you motherfuckers would do today when it comes to what's real. If you brothers got down with me, sidewalku.thinkific.com. I'm not telling you I teach you how to be a correct pimp. I teach you how to be a correct man thinking the correct things about whatever the fuck you doing. I ain't got no pimping in me because I ain't got no hoes. I don't want no hoes. I ain't looking for no hoes. But I'm not going to confuse the fact that I did pimp that I got to think like I'm a pimp now. No. To be a pimp, you got to miss a lot of goddamn pussy from bitches you meet. You can't fuck them bitches. But you can show pimp on them for a while, and then, while you pimping on them, you can fuck on them. Shit, nigga had a lot of bitches then. Now, nigga had 1 or 2 bitches a month. I don't really care though, because I don't chase them like that. My point is that you have to accept what the fuck you done stepped in. And if you can't accept it, like I was about to say, get with me. sidewalku.thinkific.com and learn about yourself. You need to know how to stand up and put some boundaries in your life. Or at least get some standards for you to live up to. Instead of acting as if you're one of those fucking Rubbermaid products, you need to come to Sidewalk U and strengthen your motherfucking backbone. Stop all that bending and twisting you do to measure up to some fraudulent standard. The only standard you should measure up to is yours. Because I only stand up to mine. I give a fuck what you think. The shit bitches have you doing to have them is why they have you. If you took advantage of what SWU have to teach you, you would have so many you wouldn't have so many problems getting these women. You take the same chance with any woman you get at, period, if you're trying to put her down. I'm saying, if you got something for her to do, then, and it's illegal, you taking a chance. I don't give a fuck what you think about her. Same go for me. The only thing she can do if you playing it straight is accept or reject your proposal. And you don't care what the woman think. But, well, you don't care what she thinks. I care what she think. I don't want her to see me as a sucker. I've been told most dudes who get at them never think of the things I like talking about. Well, they ain't no 70-year-old motherfucker. How you gonna have them thinking what I think? No, I ain't talking about that. They just don't have no future. They don't have nothing they working on to suffice. I want to tell, damn near every one of them bitches. You might not be showing them shit that they could, depend on or whatever, but I didn't want to sound like a sucker because I don't know what this bitch is showing them. Because I know there's a sucker out there just waiting to find any woman to take care of. And in that regard, most of you guys are simply lucky. Because if a sugar daddy or one of the motherfuckers, dope boys, get that bitch, you'd be lost. And the reason you'd be lost is none of you stand on the principle of having a woman instead of her having you. You think she makes the money, so you'll accept anything she gives her, you, whatever the fuck. I can't even say that shit. So, you believe in this abba-dabba. How come y'all ain't calling if you believe in this abba-dabba? I'm saying, you ain't got to be no pimp to believe in this abba-dabba. I'd be spitting. So don't think I'm trying to turn you out. What I'm doing is trying to emphasize how pimps truly think like men. Truly do not think of coming in second place. Even if he ain't got no car, ain't got no bunch of clothes, ain't got shit, he's still number one in his motherfucking head. And until he do become number one, he just don't think he is number one. Now, that ain't faking. If you thinking, then you live it. Can afford it if that's the case, but you still not number one. Man, that ain't faking. That's you believing in yourself. So yeah, you should say believe in yourself from the beginning till you make it. That's cool. All I'm saying is fake it till you make it. I wish I would. Anyway, I'll tell you something I figured out, and maybe it'll help you. What's up, caller? Caller, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Rosebud?
Nothing. What's happening with you?
Hey, I had a question, man. I've been trying to go on to that Thinkific, but for some reason it won't click on. Is there some way that is it like a www or something? I put it in like a couple different ways, but I can't.
Do you put sidewalk u dot?
Yeah, I put the sidewalk U. And then the only thing that come up is like sidewalk ways or sidewalk, but it's not sidewalk U.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this, and I hope you write it down. Sidewalk U dot Thinkific. THINKIFIC.com. Did you get that?
Yeah, like what's going on at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, that's what I put. I put there.
Bro, you didn't, man, because I have people signing up every day.
All right, I'm going to do it again. All right, I'm going to try it again. I don't know if I'm pushing on.
I don't know what you know as far as what you're doing, but I'm telling you how to get there.
All right, appreciate you.
You know it. Be cool.
All right.
So, the big thing, this shit might help you. If you want to be about this abba-dabba, and you depend on various information you get from people, and you interact with these people on the internet, or you believe any of that square ass shit you used to believe, I mean, some of that shit you used to believe seem as if it's good information, but any of that won't help you. When something happens to you in life, you got to understand it's for a reason. It's so you can learn something you didn't know prior to having this problem. That's why you need to learn how to solve your own problems. You need to stop having to call me if that's the case. Otherwise, something happened to you at 10 o'clock last night, but you ain't going to get to talk to me until in the morning. What you gonna do? Wait 8 hours, talk to me, and then finish talking to this broad? No. No, you ain't gonna do that. So what I'm saying is, let's say you're in Indiana, and you post this dilemma, and you get several responses. But you realize none of it meant for you. Because even though the shit sounds, feasible, it ain't gonna solve your problem. If you don't stay down in the environment that will give it to you, true, let's say for an Indian, his environment to get it true may be a reservation. For you, it's handling life with your new frame of mind. The one you're trying to shape, listening to me. Take the next step and join sidewalku.thinkific.com. Take that step. If you don't think you need to take that step, then don't take it. See, what I'm saying is, at Sidewalk View, you're going to get it true. Getting shit from the internet is no different than you thinking you're going to get it from a goddamn book. In both cases, both instances, you're going to read the information and all you're doing is reading. Life is designed to be lived by those who go through what it takes to live it. It all don't have to be pleasant. It all can be pleasant. But you guys try to take shortcuts and don't realize there are none. The young men of today are really the haters of what it takes to live under this abadabba. I remember when we was in the streets and a nigga we knew came up on a business or a gang of money and he decided to lead a gang, especially if that business was somehow related to the entertainment industry, like a club or a restaurant. We supported him. Man, we supported him and his fucking endeavor. If he got a club and he got a cover charge, hey man, I know Willie. Let me come in. But no, man, we wasn't like that. Whatever the cover charge, if we brought the bitches, we paying their way and everything because we want that nigga to roll. We didn't get mad at his ass for leaving the game and wanting to charge us to enjoy what he didn't pay for. Man, especially if that nigga stayed fly. We was glad to see his ass, to support his ass, to keep him from coming back getting in the way. Man, I'm serious. Just because he charged us to eat at his restaurant was no reason to think he was trying to play on us. Simply because we'd seen him doing square shit or getting the tab when he was with a bitch didn't detract from his stature to us. It just disgusts me to be involved in shit where niggas are mad at me for shit they spread I do. They were real about the goddamn abadabba. They would be glad to see me doing something. As long as I wasn't begging from them, they would support me. They especially would if they were about this cute. They don't need to spend 1 red cent in my joint if they don't want to. But they would rather, call me a game hater because I don't support the bullshit, this lightweight, silly ass shit you scream about this game. Real motherfuckers respect a motherfucker retiring from the game. And the nigga ain't begging from them who stayed down. Come on, man. Ain't no retirement in this shit. You ain't got no fucking IRA plan. That's just how we supposed to roll. Have you heard the saying, many are called? What's up, caller?
Hello, Rosebud. What's up?
Nothing. What's happening with you?
Not a lot, and quite a bit. I just want to give a big thanks to you for all the things that I've been learning and applying, because I'm going through quite a challenging time in my life, one of the most challenging times ever. But a few months ago, I was very anxious, and I had nightmares, I had diarrhea, all sorts of things. But now, with my mind in a different state, even though my challenges have increased, all the things that I've been applying from the course, I've been able to face them calmly, controlled, and in an organized manner.
Check this out, caller. Check this out. Even though you think or feel that your challenges are increasing, they're only increasing to the level that you could recognize because you're growing. Because for a long time, you had no challenges, but not really. You didn't have no challenges. And they were there. Now you're recognizing all this shit. And what make you cool, you rise into the challenge, bro. What make me be able to say that is you say you still have these challenges and you just don't panic about them no more. You handle them with what you learned. What you're learning, you did learn something, but you're still learning, and what you're learning is that you can handle shit.
I see the challenges right now as I want to squeeze as much growth from them as possible, because I know I can get through them.
You can.
And I know I've got to put the work in. I've got to keep my mind steady, focused, well tended. But yeah, I definitely now I know I can get through it.
That's some good shit, bro. Appreciate your call.
I appreciate all the help and all the guidance.
All right, be cool. You see, guys, I talk a lot of goddamn shit, but I do not talk bullshit. I am seriously trying to help these dudes, and what I'm saying is, if they do everything correctly, when they through, they're not going to be paying me and hanging on to every goddamn thing I say, needing to listen to every show. They can still do that because they're going to get gain from it, but they're going to have enough gain to navigate life themselves. Believe it or not, they be the strongest, the ones that don't really need to call after they graduate. Now, you can call, especially if you need to, but I'm saying they don't need it. And they happy, and that's what they tell me, man. You just don't know what you did for me. Now, that saying I was asking you about is many are called, but very few are chosen. Do you know what that means? Anybody? I know I ain't gonna get no call until later, but okay. What I'm saying is, in our lifestyle, we gotta understand that people have a herd mentality. That means just as herds of bison, cattle, horses, cows, humans flock to whatever they see someone else doing. What's up, caller?
Hey, what's up, bud? Just wanted to touch on what you said about the many are called and few are chosen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying what it means is that there's an opportunity for many people to come to that special spot that's open, but there's very few that are going to rise to the occasion to earn that spot.
I will agree with what you're saying as far as the definition, but that's not exactly what I meant. What I meant when I say many are called, but very few are chosen, is when you hear of something, you are just out in the streets, and you hear of something, You're not the only one hearing of it. There's a bunch of motherfuckers hearing about it because it's in the streets. In the streets is the best grapevine in the world. But of those who rush to do it because they heard about it, which is those that are called, they heard about it. It might be, let's say it's 100 of them that heard about it, but there's only one or two that heard what was said and want what was talked about, and they go after it. And their first slap or first challenge, they quit. See, those are just motherfuckers that was called. The motherfuckers that take that slap and grow from it and get slapped 3 or 4 more times and get flipped over, that motherfucker was chosen. Because he didn't let none of the shit break him. He just didn't know about the shit. Now that he know, you can flip me and do whatever the fuck. You ain't finna discourage me. Do you understand the difference in the meanings? Although what you said was, what I was saying, that everybody that go to it is not, going to be able to do it.
Right, I perfectly get it now. Okay. There's a few chosen ones.
Yeah, some motherfucker was chosen. Somebody chose you to hear this. Or something chose you to hear this. Or something made you react to it. Same something could have made the motherfucker that wasn't chose react to it. But he ain't got no problem quitting. Man, this ain't for you. Some of them keep doing it. And it ain't for them. They just sidestep the reality of what the challenge is. Whereas what I teach is speak English in small words so you can be thoroughly understood. And slowly but surely you'll be thinking in these small words and you'll thoroughly understand what the fuck you thinking about. Instead of trying to make it a match some bullshit you done heard on some other goddamn channel. No, this shit is for individuals that can individualize what they hear and apply it to their own life. You feel me?
Yep.
All right, brother. Good call, man. I appreciate you. Now, check this out. I'm talking about a lot of different things, but I'm really on one thing. Otherwise, I'm explaining the herd mentality. Let's say you got 100,000 bison grazing at the bank of a large river. Now, the only thing they need to do is cross this waterway. Caller, what's up?
Hey, my brother. Hello?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Yeah, I want to touch on that mini chose call. I mean, I ain't going to interrupt your flow, but I wanted to touch on that.
Come
Many
on.
have called, you were chosen.
Go ahead.
To me, that represents, picture you got an audition for a role in a movie or what. A lot of people going to come for the audition, right? But only few of them got what it takes to get to meet the obligations of that audition. It's not the fact of the matter is who understand it. It's a lot of people that want this one thing.
Hey, bro, you wrong. Bro, you wrong. See, no, man, you're wrong. And let me explain to you why, and you can talk afterwards. I don't want to hear that bullshit. See, no, I ain't holding up. You hold up. Brother, you hold up. And listen, if you want to learn something, or hang up. I don't care.
Hold on. Hey, wait a minute, my brother.
What?
You ain't the most intelligent son of a bitch in the world, man.
Let me tell you something.
How you gonna tell me my perception is wrong?
Hey, because your perception is wrong, fool. Bye. Don't nobody want to argue with your stupid ass. And if you guys want to hear why he was wrong, I'll tell you. Because that first brother that called and gave his impression of what many are called, but very, very few are chosen mean, he didn't hear me say exactly what I meant. The second motherfucker call, he did get to hear exactly what I meant. And I told him the first brother, as I was explaining, that's what's wrong with motherfuckers. They hear the real fucking information, then they want to make something they think it. So nigga, call back whoever you were so I can tell you this in your face. Fuck you and fuck what you think. That's why you like you are. You don't want the truth. You want it glazed over so that you can accept it. Bro, shit. I don't give a fuck what you think. And if you give a fuck what I think, you better listen. Or not. You can hang up, never tune in again. I don't give a fuck. Now, understand what I'm trying to say about these bison. They're at the edge of the river, grazing. The only thing they need to do is cross this waterway, and they got a whole new field of food. And they all know it. But the one thing that's keeping them motherfuckers from crossing the river is they know alligators are in there. And every one of them goddamn bison are scared to death of being eaten by the fucking gators, and they won't cross. Now, let's say I'm one of them many are called motherfuckers. And I make my way to the front to the river. And I ain't really just gonna jump in, but after I get close enough to the edge where I would have to dodge an alligator, I think, shit, maybe I can cross. Now, and I start crossing. And these other motherfuckers are looking at me cross. And they're just saying, he finna get ate up. He out there by himself. But what they don't know is the alligators know bison, cattle, all them kind of motherfuckers got a herd mentality. So the alligators let me cross. The alligators let whoever next, because they're straggling 2, 3 more. But soon as a bunch of them motherfuckers jump in, the alligators don't have to catch none of them. They just bite, because just opening their mouth and bite, they grabbing something, because there's so many motherfuckers in the water. Now, many are called, but very few are chosen. What I'm saying is, I had to be chosen as that bison, because life knows the first 10, 15 motherfuckers out of this 100,000 gonna be able to cross, and it ain't gonna look like no alligators in there. Because them alligators ain't stupid. If they go attacking them 10 bison, ain't none of them other bison gonna cross. So they let them motherfuckers go. Period. Now, what made me a chosen one, that I decided to take a chance first. That don't make me it. That just assures I'm getting across. And now, I don't really know that. I just, for some reason, was brave enough to be first. I was chosen. That's why I made it. And the rest of them motherfuckers that come across and make it, they weren't chosen. They just made it. They took a chance. Hey, that's how life is. Now, my point in telling you that is that those gators or those bison don't really have the ability to think like you do. But if you're able to think, why do you act like animals? Herding. Soon as somebody do it, everybody do it. I mean, this game always been here, but everybody wasn't talking about they was part of it. But the more you hear about it and the more you see a motherfucker flourishing, I'm about it too. But you ain't. You have a car with some 400-inch wheels on it, and you gotta get a parachute to get out that motherfucker. I mean, if that's about it to you, it's about it. But all the motherfuckers I see that's about it got a luxury vehicle with regular tires, maybe some rims, whatever. I'm saying, however they want it freaked off, but they don't have it like that, because that's like a cartoon. But I don't want you hating on me because that's what you like. I don't like it. But, you know, I done got some bigger tires on my motherfucking car because that shit is in now. I got some 23s, 24s or something on there now. But shit. Once I done grazed enough, and I'm ready to take my chances, and I dive into whatever I'm, trying to do, motherfuckers see me doing it, and damn near rich off it, so they gonna dive in, and before you know it, it's overflowed with like it is now, because 95% of you motherfuckers ain't doing nothing but taking up space. And that's all. Leaders are chosen by the path they take. They're chosen by the path they take to lead. To reside among the chosen, shouldn't you need to prove your goddamn self? Other than just talking shit to a motherfucker that's on a typewriter or keyboard or whatever you want to call it. If you do, you do that by going through what it takes to last in this life. In the bison's case, is knowing when to take a chance to cross the river to show it can be done. Now, I heard some of the silliest shit about a personal friend of mine. I ain't gonna repeat it, and I ain't gonna mention his name. But the source I got it from, well, let's just say I believe him. Why do people think they need to go out of their lane? Can anybody answer that? Why do you think you need to go out of your lane? I stayed in my lane in the streets, and when I realized it was time to change lanes, I created a new lane for me. Now that don't necessarily make me better than the next motherfucker, but it keeps my jacket clean. That is a very important thing. That's one of the motherfucking most important things you can do when you out in the streets. Clean jackets are rare. Carla, what's up?
Hey man, you gonna get emotional again and hang up on me, or you gonna?
Hey, bro, let me tell you something, man. And hey, listen, if you want to talk to me, you gonna do what I asked you to do, cause this is a show, and I'm not here to argue with you. Bro, interrupt me again, I'm gonna hang up on you again. Now, you're emotional if you can't shut your goddamn mouth and wait till a motherfucker through talking. Can you do that?
I'm listening, brother.
Well, that's all you had to say. I tried to tell your motherfucking ass you was wrong. Why? Because if you've been listening, there was a caller before you with the same shit trying to tell me that they didn't agree with it, and they gave me their version. And I sort of agreed with his version. But I told him he was wrong, and then I explained to him what I was talking about. And you were talking about some shit just like he was initially. And if you would have listened to what the fuck I said, you would have understood. Many are called, but very few are chosen, means that you go where you hear this, whatever, you and a whole bunch of other motherfuckers, and only you, 2, 3, 4 other motherfuckers actually go. I mean, make it. What I'm saying is everybody, like you say, gonna hear some shit, but what about it make you chosen is if you withstand all the negativity you gonna get initially. Let's say you want to be in the street or something, and you start out, and you go out, something happened that you really wasn't expecting, and you go home. How many motherfuckers you know like that? Nigga, right. You hear me, and I'm talking to you. See, you a punk, man.
But see, this is your show. You got the power to click people off when you want to, when you don't want to hear the other perspective.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. When I stop, when I get ready to hear it, bro, you got about 2 seconds to keep talking, and I'm hanging up. I don't want to argue with you, man.
You the one that's the coward.
Well, okay, man. Let me listen to you. Let me listen to you. Hey, bitch, nigga, let me listen to you. Talk.
Okay. When you look in the mirror, that's where you see the bitch. Now, this is my perspective. I got a job. that's only gonna hire 3 people. Only need 3 people. But I put the call out for thousands to come. I'm only gonna choose 3. Many were called, but few were chosen. I'm gonna choose the 3 that I think is the best.
Now,
That was my perspective.
that's your perspective, but that is nothing. That is nothing what I was talking about. Listen.
You the bitch nigga on the internet. We can all be.
Hey, but listen at who's getting emotional.
But no, yeah, no. I'm
Listen at who's getting emotional.
I'm giving you your energy back, brother.
Hey, okay.
I'm giving you your energy.
Hey, are you done with your explanation, or you need to explain some more?
I already said what I had to
Well, let me say what I got to say about that, nigga. That shit you. Hey, that shit you. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. See, that shit this nigga was talking about was something he is going to choose. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about people that enter shit and quit. People hear all kinds of things to invite them in. But there's only one thing that's going to let you stay. And that's if you qualified to stay. That's what I was talking about, bro. I ain't talking about no goddamn job. Fucking asshole. And I hope you don't like me. I really hope you don't fucking like me. Because I don't need you. I don't need you, bro. Now, can I finish? You guys don't realize. Let me get this off. Okay, you guys don't realize in the streets, in life, it all is about you. It's all about how you interpret or perceive what's going on. You are welcome to have whatever opinion about whatever the fuck it is. But on my show, when I say what I'm talking about, and you start thinking I'm talking about what you're saying, I'm going to cut you off if you're not talking about what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck about you getting upset because I cut you off. And then you're going to wait like a bitch 20 minutes and then call back. Man. And then, whatever the nigga was talking about, I done gave him enough time. I got a clean jacket. And you motherfuckers out there in the street just don't know what opportunity is going to come to you. You don't know. The herd mentality is negative. Caller, what's up?
It's okay.
Caller, what's up?
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Bud. How you feeling today, man?
Good, bro. How about you?
Hey, I'm good. I usually call once in a while. This guy from East Coast, and you woke me up actually because I heard you on the laptop. You were screaming at somebody, and I heard the question. What does it mean as far as many are called, few are chosen? I just wanted to expound on that just for a second because I know you was teaching.
Go ahead.
You always teaching. But I first heard that from my 5th grade teacher. And I know it ain't going to tie into what you're saying, but on a similar note, she called it, many are called, few are chosen. That was her thing, her mantra for the whole year. But hers was in a biblical sense, as far as talking on the spiritual sense. On a large, grand scale, I believe many are called, few are chosen is something that a lot of people try to do, or something that it's a calling that maybe everybody aspires to, but not everybody can have the fortitude to get through. As far as if you are called to that thing, it may not be in you to get to that thing. So it kind of ties into the fake it till you make it, because it may be, some people don't have it on them. Some people have it in them, but it's not, and some people might have it on them. But it's a difference, because if it's in you, you'll be the one that's actually chosen if you desire to capture that thing, whatever it is that you desire in this world, to be chosen and rise to that occasion. They call, but some people don't answer the call, and that's why they become the sheep.
that's just my thing. I know you expound further more than I can.
Well, no, bro. I mean, I understood what you were saying, but that was wrong too, as far as what I was saying. It has nothing to do with a biblical sense. It has nothing to do, but it has nothing to do with anything but what I said. And what I'm saying is, people have a herd mentality. Now, I hate to always use pimp shit, but that's my reference. To me, I heard it when I was new to the game. And when Hollywood Gene said that shit. And, because, I'm saying what I think, blah, blah, blah. And he said, my brother, many motherfuckers are called to a challenge. And they answer the challenge. But they fall off. Let's see where you at. What did I just say, bro?
That many are called to the challenge.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said, this is what he was saying. Little motherfucker, simply because you out here talking about you pimping, you can't come to the round table and open your goddamn mouth. Let's just see where you at 2 years from now. Because he was saying, the shit I was saying is something that I heard, which could be true, but you said the word, it started with an F. I didn't forget it. But he asked me, can I follow it through? Can I be here in 2 years talking this shit? Otherwise, how many motherfuckers in this game got in this game and they was in it for 30 days or until they had their first problem or until they lost that bitch they turned out with and they quit? It's totally different what I'm saying.
It's more of a test to see if you prove and if you're going to talk that shit.
That's what it's about. Not necessarily talking shit, but can you deal with all the shit that's coming? This shit you talking about now, I forget what it was. Nigga, you might be making a point, but his point was I didn't have enough prestige to open my goddamn mouth and interrupt any motherfucker talking about what I think. And I had to accept that. If I wanted to sit at the round table, shit. Do you understand that?
Experience.
That's well.
Yeah, I do.
So what I'm saying is that what you was talking about?
It ties into.
Hey, see what I'm saying, man? See what I'm saying when I say you motherfuckers are fake? Because I didn't ask you what did it. I didn't ask you what it tied into.
Okay, but I definitely explain. I definitely understand.
Well, I'm saying if you understand, is that what you were saying? No.
Yeah, no, hold on, bud.
Okay, in a sense, if you want to say in a sense, fine. You the nigga that's gonna get roasted. You gonna get your ass put out the goddamn after hours, cause don't nobody want to hear a motherfucker that can't accept the truth.
No, but I agree. I agree with you.
I don't give a fuck about you agreeing. You don't accept the truth because you're still talking about in a sense, in a way.
No, but you asked me. I do agree, but you asked me was that what I was saying?
Yes.
I was saying it off target because I was saying it in a spiritual reference, but what my teacher was saying. But yes, that's exactly what it is. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's
okay, man. Then you were saying it like in a spiritual way.
Because you can't be fake with it. It's kind of like you said. You fake it till you make. You can't be fake with what you out here claiming to be, and you don't rise to that occasion because your temperature going to be tested. And like you said, if you don't make that 30-day, 20-day trial, or the whole year, let's say 2 years, like you said, and if you talking that crap, you tap out in 15 days, 10 days, then you not holding on to. You're really not the chosen one.
Well, okay, that's definitely what I was talking about. Hey, man, that was some good shit, and I do get the scream. I do get the screaming on the motherfucker. But let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. The truth is the truth, and you never did answer the question. Just listen. Just listen. What I'm saying is, you said what you said, and I said what I said, and then you said you agree with it. No, you said something about accepting it. And I'm saying, is that Did you say what I said?
Yes.
But you didn't. No, you can say you did because you think you did. But what I'm saying is, what about if you didn't?
Well,
What about if you didn't?
If I didn't, I'd just take the L and I didn't know.
Why didn't you
And I
do
learned
that?
my lesson.
Why didn't you do that?
Well, I wanted to compare with what I knew. And actually,
Bro, but I didn't ask you what you know. I didn't ask you what you think. I asked you, did you say what I said? Otherwise, did your words come out your mouth and everybody that heard it interpreted the way I said whatever I said and they interpreted it that way? I'm saying, did you say that or did you do that? And the answer is no. The answer is no, but it don't mean you don't know what I'm talking about. It means you said something totally different, and it had a totally different message.
you say this, Doug, because this is something you said a whole long time ago. You said it could be 10 things. It could be 10. Oh, I'm gonna say it correct.
No, I already know what you're finna say. It can be.
Know I'm about to go.
It could be 12 motherfuckers answering a question, 12 alpha motherfuckers answering a question, and have 12 different answers.
It all mean the same.
I didn't say you was wrong. I asked you, did you say what I said?
Well, I didn't say it the way you said it.
I didn't ask you, did you say it the way I said it? I'm asking you what you said, or what you convened, or what you was trying to convey, I mean. Was it what I was conveying? And it wasn't. Because you said the differences. It's not about a religion or that. It's about meeting the standards.
Right.
You lasting if it's a time period, blah blah blah. You said all that you got from what I said. I didn't get none of that from what you said.
I hear what you're saying, bud. I didn't misunderstand what you were saying.
Never did I say that. So, what is my point in asking? What is my point in asking you this then? Since you know,
I believe, even though we have different contracts on it, and it's the same. I do agree. I think you want to see if I know it for myself more than how you elaborate it and think that I'm using your reference to make the overall meaning.
well, let me tell you something. If you was in my class, that would get you an A because that's what you're supposed to do. But the reason I asked you that was to see how well you listen, how well you comprehend, how well you interpret what I'm saying versus interpreting it to what you think I'm saying. You notice every time you tried to explain it, you used the word that I captured and showed you. No, it ain't that. I gave you my.
I was about to hit you with an excuse too. I was just about to say, and I just hear you just about to curse me out about this. But I was about to say, bud, remember you just woke me up. I heard you on a loudspeaker. You literally just woke me up.
No, you ain't did nothing wrong, man.
I got a little brain.
Bro, you ain't did nothing wrong.
Move. But I definitely don't want you to think I've misinterpreted.
Can you be quiet?
I'm gonna shut up. Of course.
You didn't do nothing wrong. And if you notice, I kept telling you you weren't wrong. I was doing what I was doing. And I was going to make a point. Because if you want to be understood, you better say things the way you mean them. The way you want them to be understood. Because I told you I'll go for what you were saying because it is along the same line. But it isn't what I was saying. And it's very important to know what a motherfucker is saying. You can't take words because you can say, it's cold. Or that's cold. The word cold can mean all kinds of things. It can mean the weather. It can mean you mean. It can mean it's sharp. I mean, come on, man.
Contact with it.
We gotta be able to communicate more clearer. And myself, I gotta quit screaming at y'all. I haven't been screaming. lately. But this fucking fool that come on here talking about the same thing had me screaming, and I got to screaming at you. What I'm about, what I'm about is getting the shit right. Period. It does, just like I tell motherfuckers, you got to make up an arsenal to talk to a bitch. And then I explain what an arsenal is. Now they tripping on making up the right arsenal. There's no such thing as the right arsenal. Any fucking thing you think of, as long as you can talk about it, is your arsenal.
I think you want it to be kind of, not kind of, we ain't using kind of. When you ask a question, you want it to be clear, concise, and on point. You don't want to hear all the way to the left and guys green, earth, and blue. You want to hear the direct, concise answer, and I respect that. But
that's where I'm coming from, man. Cause we,
I didn't mean to confuse you.
No. Okay, cool, man. It's cool.
A whole bunch of babble.
It's cool, man. It's cool. I like talking to you. You ain't stupid. You ain't scary.
I like talking to you, bud.
Hey, the only thing you need to do is you need to think more critical. And if a nigga don't agree with you, don't immediately stand to argue. I shouldn't have been screaming at you. That could have promoted you arguing. But I'm saying, past that, and you be cool, man. And you got to understand.
A quick example, bud.
What?
As far as thinking critical.
Thinking critical. Otherwise, when I asked you, did you say what I said? And instead of you hearing what I asked you, did you say what I said? Or interpreting it to mean, did what you say mean what I said? You should have thought, well, what did he say? What did what he say mean? You don't have to take this amount of time to do it. You could think really fast. Your mind thinks as fast as a computer. So what's taking me 10 seconds to say, you can say in a half a second. So
you're right.
Yeah, my point is that when you are asked something and you think critically about it, initially, if you would have thought critically, you didn't say what I was saying because you initially said it's going to be away or off because it's sort of religious based. If you thought critically, you already admitted to that before you even start talking.
That's real talk. Yo, that's real. I needed that.
I'm just telling you, man, the nigga be screaming and shit because I know I'm right about something. And I guess I'm finna cop to with this fucking nigga. He said, nigga, you emotional. You emotional. I wasn't emotional, but I do really aggressively.
Hey, hit that button, bud, because I heard it slowly climbing up. I heard it calm for a while. You holding back. I heard the choke. You holding back, and then I just heard it to the top of the floor, and then I woke up. I'm like, oh, shit.
Hey, man. Hey, that was some cool shit we went through just now, bro. Whether you know it or not, it was.
I appreciate you putting me in that fire, though.
Hey, that's what you're supposed to do, man. That means you might be a chosen one. This shit could break a nigga down. Hey, I'm going. I got a little more to talk about. All right. Hey, you guys. I guess that nigga was right. I did get emotional, I guess. I got to check that. Damn. What's up, caller?
Hey, Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a situation. You know, I met this bitch a month ago, and we fucked on the first night, so I got the pussy game out the way. You know, during the whole time that we were fucking with each other during that time, it led to 2 months. And it all led to shit getting overwhelming because shit was going fast. I really fuck with the bitch. She fuck with me too, you know.
Bro, what is your question, please?
She told me that she needs time apart to fix herself, and it just sounds cliche to me. Like the bitch just want to dip and get away. What in that situation? What is going on?
What in that situation? What?
I mean, when the bitch said she needs, you know, space to...
Man, when the bitch says she needs space, she mean fuck you. What you think she mean? That bitch bored with you. You really ain't got no motherfucking conversation, and you crowding her. Now what? You quiet?
Nah, man. I was thinking that, but I just really believe that she needed space to want to fix the relationship.
Bro,
Because he's saying that she's the problem, but
you
know,
could be whatever. I mean, you could believe whatever you want to believe. If you want to believe, it don't mean you ain't shit and she don't want to fuck with you. Don't believe it. And keep fucking with her.
But
Keep wanting to fuck with her. What?
But you know that I mean, she said she's gonna come back. She just needs some time apart.
That's why she ain't coming back. She said
What?
that. She said that so you could leave her alone until you get the message. Don't worry, I'll be back. So you sitting up there talking about, I'm gonna leave her alone. I ain't gonna press her because she might change her mind. Nigga, I know what you thinking over there with that bullshit.
So just cut the bitch off. Well, I can't even cut the bitch off. She cut me off and shit.
I'm just saying, what's the big deal? You ain't gonna catch another bitch?
I'll catch another bitch.
Well, with that in mind, why would you worry about this one?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I was doing wrong in that situation, in that relationship.
You probably didn't have shit to say. You probably didn't have shit to say. You probably was boring as fuck. You know, and you know.
No, I had a lot of shit to say, but she didn't.
How come you don't have nothing to say when you talking to me?
I got something to say.
She didn't what?
Say that again?
You said I had something to say. I had a lot of shit to say, but she didn't, and you stopped. Or was it?
I said, well, one of her main problems is that she thought that she was the problem.
Why didn't you let her know she wasn't?
I did, but I guess, well, you're right. I never let her know that she wasn't the problem.
So why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying to you.
Well, you just said you didn't let her know after saying you did let her know.
Well, I just remember that I don't think I ever did let her know that she wasn't the problem. I mean, but it's clear and day that she really fucks with me. I know that for a fact.
Well, why are you calling me then? If you know that for a fact, you would know she gonna be back.
Damn. I think the problem is trying to see what other people think. When I say give a fuck what other people think.
Bro, questions are answered, or else you wouldn't be able to answer that question. You have the answer to all your goddamn questions. But you don't even trust what you think. You know why you don't. You know why you don't trust what you think? Cause
I can tell you.
Why?
Because what?
You said you can tell me why.
Well, I was gonna talk about why I don't trust what I think in this situation, but
motherfucker, I know what you was gonna be talking about. Talk. Quit wasting time with all this silence. What the fuck? Never mind, man. Never mind, man. What I'm saying is most of you cats don't care nothing about what you do. You can't believe yourself because you know how much bullshit you tell yourself. You know that better than I know it. So how you gonna believe something you thinking? Huh?
I mean, well, because usually when, like even you said it, like when a bitch want to break, she want to be done with you. But I know that she genuinely meant that shit.
You know she generally meant that she needed space from you? How could that be interpreted in any other way but she tired of you? How can you think it means anything else? If you was dealing with this broad, not this one you're talking about, but a theoretical broad, and you liked her for a long time, but now you need some space. And you need some space enough to you tell the bitch, I need some space. What would you really be saying to her?
getting tired of you.
Do what?
I'm getting tired of the bitch.
What would you be?
That's
What,
that's it. I was just
bro? Can you stop with your bullshit? What the fuck would you mean? Quit being evasive. Say what the fuck you would mean when you told the bitch, I need some space.
I want to be away from you.
Okay, now listen. Do you see how scared you are to tell the truth? When you say that, you know you know goddamn well you mean fuck you, bitch. I'm tired of you. I'm done. You know you mean that in that situation that I described. But you were so scared to say it because you would have to accept that that's what that bitch meant. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you right. But, I mean, what if the bitch come back? Well, fuck the bitch, man.
Which one you going to... I mean, look, and understand this. I hate to have to always do this, man. But you niggas, that's why you need to have this pimp mentality. The bitch could have been with me, paying me like a motherfucker, and then said she needs some space. I ain't gonna tell the bitch that she could leave, but I'ma sure be expecting her to leave. And let's say she do leave. It ain't gonna surprise me that she left because I know she coming back. Period. The only way she ain't coming back is she don't. And that never happens. The bitch coming back. That is if she just left because of what she was doing. As far as what I was doing was mad pimping on that motherfucker. And she don't think she getting enough time. Or enough of my time. So, I need some space. Well, bitch, don't tell me you need some space. Take some goddamn space. I'm letting you know. You only here with me because I want you here. I don't need you here. I need the bitch I don't have. That's why I'm always after another bitch. So if you gone, you gonna be replaced. And before I replace her, she damn near back. Why? Because I'm a motherfucker. Because I know what to say. I know what to think. I know how to act. I don't let my emotions rule me. I rule my emotions. That's how it is, bro. And you're emotional and you can't do anything about your emotions. Or you haven't done anything about your emotions. You know what you could do, don't you?
What I could do? Get another bitch.
Fuck no. Bring your ass over there and learn how to be a motherfucker to Sidewalk University. Learn how to be somebody that can do what the fuck you think because you know what you think is real. That's it, man. We good?
Nah.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we good.
All right. So, I just don't want you guys to want me to agree with you on the strength of agreeing with you. I don't do that. I wear, god damn, every time I get ready to talk. What's going on, caller? Caller, what's up?
What's up, Rosebud?
Hey, what's happening?
Just chilling. I just had a question. 2 questions.
Come on.
Yeah, I was just so from what I've been hearing, the narrative that I've been hearing is a lot of niggas, they blame women and shit. I just want to know, are the women to blame, or is it, if the woman's with the man, is it the man is always responsible for the shit that the bitch does?
Well, bitches can do shit. So what I'm saying is it could be the bitch fault. But in most cases, it's not their fault. It's how you handle it. Bitches gonna do and say whatever they think. But the way you react, if you letting whatever her emotional state affect how you think, then she's gonna manipulate you with her emotions. And you're gonna feel manipulated. So what I'm saying is she is doing something wrong, but to get out of it, she's making you feel you wrong for thinking what you're thinking. And you're being manipulated, which is your fault.
Yeah.
You see that?
I feel that. Yeah.
What's your other question?
You know what? Out of personal, from going through personal shit, I've seen like niggas that have been with like they're good niggas and shit, just out of nowhere, the bitches just do some random fucking retarded shit. So I was just wondering because I was hearing niggas complaining about the bitch, but at the same time too, I feel like bitches only do what they feel like they're allowed to do. Like like bitches get in check when there's a real man around and he knows what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah, and that happens at the beginning of a relationship when you let her know you ain't taking no shit, and she stayed 3, 4, 5 months. She already used to that, and as long as you don't change, she ain't gonna change. But it's when, because she with you this amount of time, you ain't like this no more, or you don't do what actually you did to catch that bitch. You giving her, a lot of bitches ask for rope, and you give them rope leeway, and they ask for enough rope to hang they goddamn selves. That's what be going on.
Yeah. I like that one.
All right, man.
Last question.
Come on.
I got one more question. So this has been on my mind. So I was just wondering. Okay, I always hear this. A woman talking about they deserve this and what they expect. They expect a lot of shit. To me, they want like a top dog. And I just want to know, like, even women that they're in fucked up position, do they deserve a top dog? Or, like, would a top dog give them a chance to be like, yeah, let's see what she's about? Or are they just delusional?
Well, I mean, I did. But it had nothing to do with the shit you leading up to. It had something to do with me. I could catch a bitch that's a 1. And 2 weeks later, you wouldn't recognize her. Because of how much differently she think. So the bitch don't matter to me. It matters as far as she being a 1 or a 10. The bitch gonna get fine as a motherfucker fucking with me. Cause she gonna get a whole bunch of confidence doing this shit, fucking with all these fine ass hoes out there. And she getting money too. She gonna stop thinking of herself as a drab bitch, and she gonna stop dressing drab, and she gonna start thinking about, her appearance. And she gonna make sure when I see her, she's not fully made up. She could be just waking up, but she gonna be put together to where I don't say ugh, cause she's thinking. You got her thinking about how she look and how she wanna look. You got her thinking about paying you. You got her thinking about all kind of shit that she wasn't thinking about, which is what was making her ugly. But now that she care about all this shit, she gonna change her appearance, everything. If she fat, the bitch gonna lose some weight. I mean, all kind of goddamn shit gonna happen. And it's all because of you and how you bringing what you bringing to her when she bring you whatever shit she trying to bring you. You understand that?
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I look at them and I'm just like, how do they have the confidence to believe like that shit? Because they all believe they deserve like this fucking top dog.
Hey, listen, man, they don't believe that. That's what all bitches say now. That's what's being said. They don't believe they deserve that shit. They say, I'm a queen. Because they know if they talking to a sucker, he going to say, oh, I know you a queen, baby. And, I treat my queen proper. Whereas if she talking to me, bitch, what you ruling over? How you some kind of motherfucking queen? Oh, because I feed my kids. I do this, I do that. Bitch, that's life. So you got to know how to... You got to know how to flip it on them. I'm a queen. I deserve this and that. Show me or tell me what you the queen of. That's how you can get them. Because I get them all when they say that shit to me.
Sure.
Wait a minute. If you a queen...
Look at them funny. I don't say anything. But...
No, man. That's why you have all this bullshit to say and ask. You got to check them motherfuckers.
Right, though.
Yeah, you got to check them, man. You got to let them know I ain't finna hear that goddamn shit unless you really a queen. I know the Queen of England make all kind of goddamn decisions. The queen of any African tribe ain't got no businesses or nothing, but she make all kind of decisions because she the queen. What are you the queen of? My kids? Come on.
For sure.
That's all they gonna ever say. I'm a queen of my kids. They ain't gonna say I run a corporation that got 300 people working for it. And when I come in, I expect this, that. They ain't gonna say nothing like that. Never.
Yeah. They project shit. Yeah, they project shit. You're right. Yeah.
They don't even project
You
shit.
already know. Thank you.
Wait, they don't even
You answered my
project
question.
shit. What they do
Yeah.
is hear these power women talking about how the world is waking up to women power, and all these women think that they talking about them. But no, they're not talking about you. They talking about if you talking about getting in Congress or something that a lot of women ain't doing. If you talking about becoming the president or something, now that's woman power. But sitting up feeding kids, that ain't no goddamn woman power. That don't make you no queen. That make you responsible. All right, man, we good, right?
All right, we good, man.
All right.
Have a good day, brother.
You know it, you too. He was chuckling. Hey, you guys, I know how I am, so fuck it. But listen to me and understand. Well, these guys say bullshit today. What's up, caller?
What's up, bud? I know you're gonna get some shit out right now. I'm on the phone.
Come on, man. What's up?
Scorpio in this, man. Goddamn, motherfucker. Now, what the fuck can I say? No, but hey, I feel you on that shit with that women shit. I need to ask you a question because you always talk about your dad and your mom and them.
Yeah.
Was there ever a time where your dad or your mom, my bad, was there ever a time where your dad or your mom, I don't know if they use profanity, but was there a time where your dad or your mom or your uncle or somebody, one of your elders, when you was young, I'll say like around 4 or 5 or 6, like talk to you crazy, but it was for the better? You know,
Man, my daddy always talked to me crazy. My daddy would say, "Boy, you ain't got the sense of horse born with."
Yeah, what about I'm saying with profanity?
No, neither one of my parents cussed, and my uncles would cuss, but my aunts too. But when the kid, me, or at the age you was talking about, heard them, they would always say something to make it like it was bad that they did it, and they would let you know you better not ever say what I say, you know, shit like that. But they never said you. My daddy would say, "God damn it," sometime, but he would never say, "What the fuck you doing, boy?" He wouldn't say no shit like that. He would just say, "You ain't got horse sense."
Yeah, I understand, because I know they was religious or whatnot.
Right.
You know, but I understand where you're coming from, but, you know, because I know some parents that do use profanity, and, you know, it's some people that be like, oh, well, the kid, they're young, they're only 5, 6, or 4, whatever the hell. But, you know, me growing up, it didn't really break me. And I see some people like, oh, they're too young. Well, yeah, that is kind of true, but in the world that we live in, like you always say, it's an oxymoron world. And
The people that say that shit has given up their rights to be parents. Because what I'm saying is,
parent them now.
What I'm saying is, I use every profane or profanity word raising my daughter, and I heard her talking to somebody yesterday, I think, cussing like I was cussing. But she has never cussed in front of me. I mean, you know, where she didn't know I was in this office. But I'm saying she's never cussed in front of me. She never went to jail. She's 29. No, she's 28. And she's only 2 months pregnant. Meaning she ain't had no kids, no jail, no nothing. So what's right? Ain't that the way you want your kid? You want your kid to grow up, you know, away from the law, graduate from school, you know, don't get pregnant, don't use drugs. You know, the only thing my daughter do that I know of is smoke weed. She don't even do that no more because she's pregnant. She was a drinker, not get drunk, but she would drink, but she don't even do that. So seems to me, I put the right things in her is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you, you know, because I don't really see nothing too wrong with profanity, but I agree with you because I'm kind of like you. We both Scorpios, and we got a lot of brothers and sisters and stuff. And, you know, I ain't been arrested, but I ain't never been to jail. I didn't let none of the shit that I was told from my elders or big brothers and sisters break me. it actually made me into a better person, you know, versus some of these people. Well, that's a little bit too harsh for a young kid or something like that, you know. Because
young kids need to hear the truth.
Is them going outside the door and being easily turned out.
That's because they don't know shit. Because the parent didn't put nothing on them. The parent didn't make them live up to responsibility. The parent wanted to make sure they had all the latest shit, all the Jordans and all that bullshit, and the kid don't even know how to cut grass. I mean, I fuck with some boys. I'm serious, man. They like 11, 12. And them motherfuckers, I had to show them how to put a patch on a tire. Now, what I'm saying is, little boys, that's part of growing up. But no, they raised by their mamas, and they say, Mama, my tire on the flat. And instead of her saying, go get some patches and fix it, she go to the store and buy a new inner tube. That's crazy. Man, we had inner tubes that you barely could see it because there was so many patches on it. We never got new shit. Man, your bike on the flat. What you think happened when your tire on your car go on the flat? Well, you get the flat fixed. You know that, and you ain't fixed the flat on your bike? Hey, once I showed them cats, I'm serious when I say this. Once I showed them, they didn't even know to put the glue on. They didn't know nothing. So I put the glue on, you know, and put the patch on, and then pump the inner tube up to show them that the inner tube is good. And the way you check it, I, you know, put it in a tub of water and show them that, because I did that before I fixed the flat to find out where it was. And I said, those air bubbles coming out is showing you where the hole is. And they say, damn, they thought I knew all kind of shit. But what I'm saying is, that's regular growing up being a boy shit.
That's some shit your daddy taught you long ago.
Hey, man, and if your daddy didn't teach you, you want to ride your bike, you tell one of your friends, man, how the hell you fix your bike? I remember it was on the flat, and they show you. But what I'm saying is, instead of the mom showing them how to be a boy, like they say they can do, they show them how to be, asexual. They don't have a dick and they don't have a pussy.
This gonna fuck your head up.
Hey, that's all they be doing, man. They don't be trying to do it. They just can't help it. They women.
Yeah.
Just like with my daughter, I got her when she was 6 months old. She went through all that girly shit. I didn't know how to tell her about that goddamn shit, and I didn't even try to. The only thing I knew how to do was give her a direction to grow up in as far as how to be and being responsible. And I told her, you got aunts and aunties and girlfriends for all that girl shit, because she had asked me she had started her menstrual cycles and asked me to go get her some Kotex. I told her, don't you ever ask me no motherfucking shit like that again. And she said, why not, Dad? I ain't no goddamn bitch. You know, I ain't going to get no damn fucking Kotexes or whatever the fuck. And she didn't understand at first. But I never did. She learned how to be a girl. She learned all that shit. And I'm saying to me, besides being my daughter, she's a good fucking kid. Respect, elders and all that shit. I haven't yet to smoke a joint with her. She can't do that. I told her, here, hit this. Dad, I can't do that. You crazy. Nah, I couldn't smoke.
Hey, Bud, you can hear me?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, look, this gonna fuck your head up, cause this goes to show I listen. No, fuck listen. Pay attention. Cause paying attention is different and something a little bit better. I pay attention to you. This goes back to what you say. Confidence. Cause even if your dad didn't tell you how to change that tire or fix it, you had the confidence to go out there and figure it out somehow. Even if you fucked up, you was gonna figure that shit out some way, somehow. Even if it would have took longer than expected, you still took the confidence. You had the confidence to get your ass out there and say, "I'm gonna figure out what the fuck wrong with this tire some way, somehow, one way or another." And you figured the shit out. You took the shit back and showed your friends some shit that you knew that you was way ahead of their ass.
Hey, that's what time it is, man. That's what time it is, brother. You got to be ahead or you gonna be behind. Hey, look, I got to get back to what I'm trying to tell these fellas.
Right on.
All right. Look, you guys, I know people want to call, so keep calling. Call in. It don't matter. But I learned in the streets that you need to be a jack of all trades. But you better be sure you master one of them motherfuckers. I mastered what I did, and I mastered what I'm doing. Because I mastered thinking. Nothing, and I do mean not a thing, will stop me from getting where I want to go. I always talk about making accomplishments because I am a go-getter. I learned that from being raised by some parents that was poor. Boy, if you want it, go get it. Well, how am I get it? I don't know how to do it. Boy, God ain't gonna let you think of something you can't do. If you can't do it, you ain't gonna think of it. That's what he used to tell us. Figure it out, boy. You know, man, I love the way I was raised. I'm an example for all of you to witness. You can make claims. They can be lofty claims, and you can achieve them. You are able to witness that from me. And I want you. I'm telling you, if you want something, you can have it. I'm telling you, I'm a brother who will always claim to be able to do the largest thing possible. Now, when you live in the life I live, you simply will not settle. If you settle for what those women are doing for you, you should be shot. And if you're doing all the doing, then you just don't deserve to be considered. The only kind of man who succeeds in this life is a hungry man. A man who's hungrier than a timber wolf. I'm talking about a man so hungry, he white around the mouth like Al Jolson. A hungry man is always looking for a meal. And that meal for us is the challenge of being better than you were. No person, friend or foe, cousin, brother, or any man will be given the go-ahead of me card in life. I'm not gracious about my self-worth. You know, as far as I'll give you a cut in front of me. Shit, and I ain't accepting any short change concerning any activity I do. I want the most. And when I get the most, if I think, you know, man, you don't really want this, give whatever I'm saying, give back, I get back. Because I'm about the money, but I'm not about the money. Because I'm a man of integrity. And we all should strive for perfection. Caller, what's up? I haven't had one of them in a long time. Man. But anyway, we all should strive to be perfect. And being perfect includes you knowing it's almost impossible to be perfect. Caller, what's going on?
What's good, bud? This is Farouk. I was just calling in to show some respect, say what's up to the game, and I've been listening in and out, catching some of it, but yeah, man, everything you saying, I feel like you just basically saying it's about staying down, being at it every single day.
That is everything I'm saying.
Not giving up.
For 12 years, I've been saying the same exact thing. Just, expounding on different aspects of it. But it's all about representing who you are.
Mm-hmm.
We good? That's all you had?
Yeah. No, I wasn't even, like I said, I was calling in just to show some respect, man. And just, to say I was here listening in. And you said call in, so I was just calling in.
Hey, okay, man. I love it.
St. Louis.
You in St. Louis?
No, I'm in Los Angeles, but I'm from St. Louis.
Oh, okay, man. I got a lot more to say. If you hear anything that sparks them, call back in.
No doubt. Absolutely, man. Have a blessed one.
You too. Okay. So, perfection is a daunting task to chase. To be perfect is incredible, but you can do it. We all can do it. I know I did it in my street life and in my square life as well. Why dream of coming in second place? Who does that anyway? A bunch of you motherfuckers do that, and you know it. Life is too much, and so am I, because I accept it as it comes. Brother Jonathan brought information to me a full year before we had a conversation, and I saw that I need to use what he fucking told me about a year ago. And I had been suffering for some months. I had been consumed with doubt concerning the last phase of action that I should take with my school, because I was thinking about closing it, because motherfuckers had pirated so much from me. But Jonathan brought this to me, and my thing, which I admit, I do a lot of doubt. I doubt shit first. And I do that so I can start looking for where I need to plug any holes. And I do that with every plan I have. Once I start plugging the holes, I still think some are there. Something else I can do. But if I don't see this something else soon, I go with what I have. And I'll make repairs on the way. Because what I'm saying is this plan is going to go. I do not want it to go before it's absolutely ready to go. But what I'm saying is, it's going. This day, me and this dude was kicking it. And he mentioned the idea. No, excuse me, I'm talking about this dude. Me and Jonathan Gentry, was kicking it. And he mentioned the idea to me again, because I had been complaining about the pirating going on, and he brought up this idea again, but this time the orchestra was playing behind it, and it was like playing some Go Get It music, and I'm hearing this sound like a song the nigga was telling me. It just, fuck, it was dope. And I'm under this pressure. And let me tell you, when I'm under pressure, I do my best thinking. And this nigga singing this lullaby to me, the fucking shit just opened doors in my mind. Because the pressure of failing looms over my head all the time. It's the same way with my classes. I'll be doubting whether they know it, which boosts my energy to teach it. You remember that, man. I'm just saying, you got to remember that. This last semester at SWU forced me to redesign my program, and with Jonathan's help, we fucking nailed it. Whatever I wanted to do that I didn't know how to do, Jonathan, which is a real IT man, Jonathan knew how to do it. Not only did he know how to do it, he knew how to do it in that program we was in. The rest is going to be history we make together. But what's so fantastic about sidewalku.thinkific.com is everything will be right there for you to get. It's truly is going to be a one-stop, all hazard eliminated course. And I want you to understand commitment. You have to commit to 6 months to a year. And that just depends on how long it takes you to grab this shit. But what I'm saying, if you commit to 6 months to a year, paying whatever level you on every month for 6 months, you'll get through the course. At the $50 level, you will get through the course. The $100 level, you will get through the course and the mentality tools and the conversation tools and the different tools that I need, that you're going to need to navigate using this mentality that you've learned. My point. Fuck with me. Because I want to fuck with you. I'm out, fellas. Let's see. Dylan, never so beautiful, man. These nuts. Dope shit, Rosewood. I told you, you were emotional. Lying. You were emotional, nigga. One love, though. You still my brother. Man, fuck you, man. I don't give a fuck. That's lying, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Don Coolio. Yeah. Chillin' Dylan, you know it. It is beautiful. Chillin' Dylan. Clayton John, Daryl Davis got 200K. 200K KK members to give up their hoods and robes by not getting up in arms when someone first talk what they think. He says, why get offended with what they're saying when what they're saying is lies, huh? Whatever. You need to get a better mic. That way your microphone audio sounds crisp. Man, fuck you, TBSM. You having a motherfucking period, nigga. That calling ain't in everybody, and many just ain't ever do not to dropping signs. You know what? I'm gone, fellas.